So what is your favorite track?
Of all time?
Of anything.
Of anything? I'll go with, so what you want? By Beastie Boys.
And your personal track?
Wait, what?
For Mutemath.
Oh, for Mutemath? It depends on my mood, but right now I'll go with Stare at the Sun.
Stare at the Sun.
Yeah.
And what are some personal influences behind some of the songs?
Well, each song is different, I guess. I think the main thing that inspired Mutemath to even start was failure. And, a lot of the guys in the bands, especially me, had played in other bands that were awful. And, we would go down certain roads. And I had a lot of failed expectations, a lot of missteps, and I think a lot of expensive lessons that were learned along the way. And I think when we started Mutemath, I consciously wanted to get back to just enjoying music, enjoying just being that kid again who just got his guitar for Christmas and all you want to do is just write songs. It wasn't anything more than that. At least nothing motivated it more than that. And it was about just getting back to simplicity and shooting from the hip and not worrying about category marketing, just create. And that's what we did. And I think that spirit sort of inspired a lot of our songs. And it was a good time. And so when we started playing out, we were very surprised, but excited that people were liking it, coming to the shows.
As Mutemath grew, do you feel that you kept that connection with your audience?
Yeah. It obviously, the circumstances change as the venues get bigger or whatever, more people. It's a little more difficult to connect with everybody. But yeah, you try to find ways.
So what are some memorable experiences touring around?
Well, it depends what kind of memorable you'd like to dig into. So you poke and prod, where you want to go?
Meaningful moment?
Meaningful? Well, I think one moment that was pretty meaningful for me was this last festival that we did in New Orleans, where my grandfather cameoed. And for those who don't know about my grandfather, which we refer to as Papa G, Gaetano Forte. He's a short Italian guy, over-the-top personality, and he was kind of the entertainer of our band. Really always putting on a show. I don't care what he did. And one of the things that he does in New Orleans is he plays Santa Claus every year. It's kind of a big thing. He's known as the Dancing Santa Claus. So anyway, so we had the Dancing Santa Claus cameo in our set. Of course, my grandfather, he came out and he played the Atari, which is our homemade electronic instrument or whatever. It was a big hit. The audience loved him. And so the very next year we came back to the same festival, Voodoo Fest in New Orleans. He came out and joined us once again. It was a great reception from the crowd. And that meant a lot. He's close to 80 years old now, not in the best of health, but to have him a part of that at that point, was a big moment.
How about most comedic moment?
Comedic? Well, I always enjoy, again, I always tell people I have the best seat in the house for me because when I'm positioned on stage and I get to watch the tornado of rhythm, the rampage of beats that is Darren King, and I always enjoy when every now and then he gets a little cocky. He's a pretty very down to earth guy, but on the drums, he's a monster. He starts, whatever, transcending, and then every now and then he'll get a gut check. And this one time was funny, doing this thing. He's staring down the audience. More opening band, he works harder because he's really trying hard to get people's attention. Right? And then he does a break. He stands up. Yeah. And then when he goes to sit back down, he misses his seat. And it was great because it was right in the middle of the song. So he wipes out. It was glorious. The song tries to keep going. There's no beat. He turns beat red. It was beautiful. And actually, I usually can compose myself pretty well if something kind of takes a left turn in the set, but I actually lost it. I stopped singing, stopped playing, and just laughed. And the song kind of just decomposed right there. But it was just too hilarious of a moment for me to let that one slip. Because how sometimes when you feel like you're not supposed to laugh, you laugh even harder.
Yeah.
And you know that if you try to stifle the laugh so you can laugh later when it's appropriate to laugh, it won't be as funny. So you just gotta stop everything, just laugh, just let it all out. And that was one of those kind of moments. Thanks, Darren.
So how has this tour been in particular?
This is a good one. Yeah, we're back to doing the opening thing, and it's been challenging for us because these are the biggest venues we've ever played. So we're kind of the welcoming committee of the night, as people are kind of coming in, and no one really knows who we are. So it's been a good challenge for us. I always have thought the parts of our career that have really kind of made us step up as a band and become better as a band have been all the times that we had to open and really pull it together. But there's nothing quite more addictive on stage than when you walk out to a completely cold room that most people are just kind of looking around. They don't even care what you're doing. They're not, of course, not there to see you. But then by the end of your set, you feel like the electricity of your show normally is in that room, and you feel people have somehow got drawn in. And at that moment, that's a rush. So we're enjoying that. It took us a little while on this tour, but it's starting to come around. Feeling like a Mutemath show.
Have you been talking with Alanis Morissette and Matchbox 20?
Yeah, those guys have been way nice to us, which is that sounded kind of creepy. Huh? It's not that creepy. They're, we didn't know what to expect. These, I guess, kind of the biggest names we've ever toured with, and on this level of a tour, you don't know if they're going to be kind of doing their thing or off and what you'll ever see them. What the stars do, I don't know. But no, it's probably the most personable tour we've ever been on. They're always wanting to hang out. Just very down to earth. So we've enjoyed that. It's good family type of atmosphere, and it's always nice to be on a tour that people want you to be on.
So what's coming up for you now?
We have to record another record. So we are writing feverishly to try to get that done. We have our little studio set up in the back, and every spare minute we have, we're jotting down new songs, trying to get ready. So we're trying to put something out new this year. So
Nice meeting you.
pleasure.